Well, let's take a look at the starting lineups for the 76ers. Demetrius Jackson at point guard. Zaire Smith, their first-round draft choice. Korkmaz at center as we get ready here to determine the final team in the semifinals. Simmons looking inside. Jackson Jr. with the mismatch and made it look pretty simple on the block. You don't see them looking comfortable in a back-to-the-basket game anymore.
Yeah, that's true, and that's what we talked about. Nice, very nice shot right there.
Has swung so far the other way now.
Correct. I love the defensive pressure by Jevon Carter. He makes it very hard. Very nice flows
against Zaire Smith. A couple of real dynamic athletes. Jackson Jr. with the three. Got him. He's got a pair. Boy, Carter thread the needle to DJ Stephens. Wallace and the rest of that front office for the Grizzlies really doing a nice job. Seemingly finding the right guys with Jackson Jr. and Carter, and Korkmaz has 4 points. Two impressive-looking floaters in traffic. Stephens rising up and slamming it down. DJ Stephens with 4 points. Korkmaz inside. Zaire Smith, good find. And the bucket.
Kobe Simmons.
He was their two-way contract player last year. Played 25 games with the Memphis Hustle. Demetrius Jackson. Oliver couldn't get the rebound. Jackson kicks it back out to Smith. Smith was just seeking contact and threw up a wild shot. Simmons on the lob, a little bit too high, but a nice gather. Back come the Grizzlies. Crawford with a mid-range, and he knocks it down over Oliver.
This Grizzlies team is really competing on the defensive end, man. They really are. Nice shot right there, too.
Fizdale of his duties. Bickerstaff taking over. Suffered a bunch of injuries to point guard Mike Conley. And that was really the one that crippled him. Have numbers 3-on-2. Walker had it punched out by Stephens. 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Oliver had it knocked. I don't remember them in the tournament, but I know them now. Booker a little short, and that's how you follow up. A little mismatch for Jackson Jr., but Booker with a nice dig to come up with the steal. Nice lob inside, and Oliver. 76ers on an 8-0 run going back to the last quarter. Jackson Jr. into the paint. Everything but the bucket that time. Booker for three. Yes. Memphis Hustle, G-League affiliate. And speaking of Hustle, they come up with a loose ball with Hustle. Simmons had it packed by Smith.
Tell you
loose ball, frenetic action.
Kawhi's offense was nowhere near what it is right now when he was a rookie.
Right, Brett Brown would know he was on the Spurs staff.
But that mindset of being able to go out and try to stop a guy every single time is what you marvel at with a young guy.
Work on Korkmaz from downtown. Knocks down in Turkey. They're about 10 hours ahead, so looking at my clock here, 7:34 in Las Vegas by Jackson.
High pick and roll.
Jackson called his own number and a good decision. Last games for the 76ers. Demetrius Jackson had 9 points against Milwaukee last night and 5 assists. Carter from deep. Shoot the ball.
Yeah, what I like about him is no matter if he's making shots or not, his effort and his enthusiasm. Nice three-point shot by big fella.
Carter against Smith. Carter made a little space, Chauncey. He made some space. Doc Rivers, Michael Finley, and a few other guys that have come through the league. Nice drive and kick to Simmons for three. What do you feel about it? He might be the best player in this draft class.
You know what? This to me is going to be a very good draft class. And there are a lot of people that feel he could very well be the best player in this draft after years to come.
Little pick and pop with Jackson Jr. On cue, the big fella knocks down his second three-pointer of the game. And he is into double digits with 12.
It just adds such a different dimension to the game. But a guy like him, who, like I said, I mean, he's not a bad athlete, but he just plays with a high level of skill. And I think guys leaving. Bellinelli, who they depended on. There he is again.
Jackson with another block.
Another block shot.
That's his fall. Here's Korkmaz. And he gave it right to Kobe Simmons. How do you say room service? Simmons with the get ourselves a dunk contest and three-point shooting as well. Simmons, he'd be in it. Goodwin from downtown, got it.
Ooh, that was
Zaire Smith. He's been real quiet at the offensive end, but a good pass to Jonah. And it caromed up high into the air. Korkmaz from deep, yes. Furkan Korkmaz.
Offensive rebound, three-point shot. Those are deflating plays.
Chauncey, you talk about Philadelphia. I started the conversation as Goodwin knocks down another significant contribution this year because if you noticed, he didn't get a lot of significant time in the playoffs.
Yeah, he didn't play. He didn't play
in the California area pretty much every day. They have been in communication extremely frequently and keeping tabs on his progress as Booker knocks down. As for the Summer League edition of the team, the 30th seed, Cinderella run in peril right now. They trail by 18, make it 15, missing everything. Booker steps into it, Chauncey Billups style.
That's one thing he can.
Booker. Boy, that was a pretty looking baseline jump shot.
Nice.
In their win against Milwaukee. And they made a frantic comeback late in the game to get the win and move on. And boy, you talk about a nice matchup, the way that Portland is playing right now. They, like the Los Angeles Lakers, have not lost, and that is a winning.
There'll be some very good matchups, assuming this game, these guys can close this game out.
Yeah, if it is Memphis, Kobe Simmons, nice touch.
You look at him talking right there from a defensive standpoint. He does a good job of not just because he's a shot blocker, most shot blocker. I mean, I would give him an A today. I really do. I think he's been good. And it's not about numbers. It's about activity and impact.
That's why you know when DJ Stephens, and the lead is back up to 14. Korkmaz out to McCullough from downtown. Zaire Smith with an emphatic five. Wonderful different angles of the action. The players, the crowd, and everyone else. Davis on the other end of that alley-oop. Points in the last 40 seconds last night to pull out the win against Milwaukee.
I think they're going to need
quick release, Chauncey. Got it.
I think they're going to need him to hit
Simmons. And Philadelphia's still alive. Smith had it blocked by batting away Jackson's hand. Javon Carter off glass. Zaire Smith, little room service at the other end. Good switch out on Korkmaz. DJ Stephens made him change that shot. And that should just about do it. So, the Cinderella run of the 30th seed Philadelphia 76ers coming to an unceremonious end here as Memphis wins it 82-73. Jaren Jackson Jr. with 14 points, 8 rebounds, and a